figured for this last remaining bit, I'll just use regular masking tape. Unfortunately, I only have this wide, I can't find a thin roll of masking tape right now. Which I'd use a thin strip of masking tape for this. But I'll just put this on here like this. There we go, good enough. There, she's almost ready. I probably could just fold this under, but I don't know. I'm gonna trim it. Folding it under could affect the material thickness a smidget, but might be nitpicking there, but you know. All right, on to the next phase. Double-sided tape. This stuff is awesome. Link in the description. Oh, and I didn't film this part, but before I did anything on this, before I put the masking on the other side, I cleaned both sides of this thing with Simple Green, which is a decent grease cutter, I think. And then I rinsed it all off with just some water and dried it really well, you know, just to get rid of any soapy residue from the Simple Green. Okay, and now I'm going to put on the double-sided tape on what will be the back of this little sign. Okay, double-sided tape is on. Some might say I'm using way too much tape. I don't know. Maybe some will say I'm not using enough. But from what I've experienced so far, not a lot of experience with this, but with the Flute bits, doing the clearance path on these things, it seems to pull the material up off of the wasteboard, you know, causing all sorts of irregularities in the open spots. And I think by putting more tape, it really helps to hold it down onto the table and sort of prevent that sort of thing from happening. So we'll say, I'll find my corner. Okay, I trimmed one of these, I trimmed the masking very close to this corner here because I'm going to use this as my Z. And to put my probing block, you know, I can't have all this extra material hanging off. I won't get an accurate reading as to where the corner is. I already vacuumed off this table. There are some little things on here, but it's no big deal. Smidgets. This is, believe it or not, I love this tape. The only time it gives me a problem is when I come very close to, I cut through the entire material, but not through the tape. It seems to melt the tape onto the MDF a little bit. At least it melts the gluey part of it on there. But other than that, you know, this stuff is great. It leaves no residue on your work material, which is fantastic. All right, got my little stop block set up here, so I'm gonna just push this against that. Slide this against there like that. Pull this up around here somewhere. While this is pressed up against those blocks, because then I'll know it's straight. It's up against these bench dogs. I'll lay this down. Yeah, once this is down, yeah, I can get it back up, but it's not easy to get this up and move it again. And I'd have to replace all the tape anyway, because it's, you know, it would have some residue from the MDF on it, and it probably wouldn't stick as well as it could. Or as it should, I should say. Okay. And now, since I'm doing a very close profile cut, I'm going to take these blocks out of here because they're going to get cut and ruin my bit, probably. Okay. These corners aren't, the corners are getting cut off, so I might put a clamp here and there, just in case. I don't think the spindle's not going to come anywhere close to this, so it should be good. We'll see. I've been wrong before about these things. We'll see. I really don't think I need this, but I don't know. Just clamping just in case. A little extra enforcement. Okay, so now I got to load the file. I got to put the first bit in, which will be the V bit. On these V carves, I have found out and experienced that doing the V carve before the clearance will help clear up any of the fuzzies that are left over from this PVC. It's amazing how well that works. I'll put who told me that in the description and everything. Okay, goodbye. There it is. Okay. Harmony motion. All right, load. Okay, let me get my, where is it? 1/4 inch old flute. It's in here somewhere. That ain't it. That ain't it. There. Nope. That ain't it. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. I left it out. Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Okay. There it is. Amana 51404K. 1/4 inch O flute. We'll load that first. Then I gotta home the machine again. This later. Okay, tighten that nice. Homer on the range. I'm gonna put this back on before I start. For my 1/8 inch O flute. Okay. Alright. Okay, this is for this one. This is my SpeTool 1/8 1/4 inch shaft. That'll be after that. And then it goes back to the that other one. Where did I put the, I gotta find it. Hold on. All right, after a bit of confusion on my part, I had to switch the bit again. I forgot I'm starting with the V bit. I just said it before that I start with the V carve, but I went to my clearance tool first. I don't know, it's just out of old habit, I guess, but yeah. Let me put this back on here. It goes like this. There we go. Okay, vacuum, very important. So I just did all my probing. Let's go to work origin. There it is, going right to that corner. Let me just check it out, see how that looks. Place that down there. Yep. On the edge there, and it's on the edge there. Alright, put that back up. I loaded all this up. Should be good. Let's see how she goes. Rewind. Oh, I gotta put this on auto. Oh, yeah. Forgot I had my spindle on manual so I could run my vacuum before and I cleaned everything up. Sometimes I forget, and boy, does that cause a problem. Okay. There we go. It's gonna ask me for the 45-degree V bit, which is already in there. So I hit cycle start. It's gonna go back there. It's gonna touch the tool setter all the way in the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's all the way back there. And now it's gonna come back and it's gonna start. Okay. You come to the corner, get up to speed, and the vacuum should kick in. There it goes. Alright, I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse so you don't have to sit here and watch the entire boring thing. First step is done. That was the V carve. Looks pretty good. Like the masking stayed in place, even where it's overlapped. That looks pretty good. I don't know if you saw when I was putting on, I used the roller to hold it down, to press it down really well. So now it's stopped, and it is asking for the 1/4 inch Flute, which I will swap out from this V-bit to the, I believe it's in here. Yep, I think this is it. This is that is the 1/4 inch Flute. Now the camera does not like to focus. There it goes. This is iPhone 14 Pro Max, I think. So yeah, there's the 1/4 inch Flute, nasty looking thing. And there's the 45-degree V-bit. Alright, I'll swap that out and continue. Okay, I swapped out bits. This is the 1/4 inch Flute sitting in here now. And I'm ready to start. That's what it's asking for. Okay, I'll cycle start. And there she goes. It's coming over here somewhere. Okay. I don't know why it's coming over there. Work origin. I'll set you over to the time lapse. Okay, it finished the 1/4 inch. Next step will be swapping this bit for this bit, which is the see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, there we go. The 1/8 inch Flute, and then I'll be back to the 1/4 inch to do the final profile cut. So I'll do that in a second. I'll swap out the bits and I'll start it over again. Okay, I swapped out the bits and I have the 1/8 Flute chucked up. Got my GoPro mounted on here, so we'll see how that looks in a second. I think I'll just do a regular video on this for now. Let's see what this does. There, circles. Let me start the video first, because there we go. Okay, cycle start. There she goes. The GoPro going for a ride there. Oh boy. I didn't see that coming. That's great. Now I gotta fix the GoPro. Okay, cycle start, there she goes. GoPro going for a ride there. Oh boy. I didn't see that coming. That's great. Now I gotta fix the GoPro. Yeah. The GoPro didn't work out so well. I had it mounted way too low. I just took it off. I took it off for now. I'll try that another time. See if I can get it mounted at the right height. But yeah, so far so good. It's looking really nice. Look at that. Next is the profile cut, and it's done. All right, so now it's going back to the 1/4 inch Flute bit, and I'll swap it out from the 1/8 bit to the, oh boy, this thing does not like to focus. Look at that. There we go. The 1/8 to the 1/4 inch, which I believe is right in there. Yeah, swap that out and we'll finish up the carve at least. Then next is painting and all that kind of fun. Okay, I just took this off and I flipped it over and I peeled one of the tapes off. I wanted to peel this other one off just to demonstrate. So you peel this off, and the great thing about this double-sided tape is there's absolutely no residue. I mean, my hand's got some dirt on it here. I'll take some of this stuff. Like, it doesn't, nothing, there's no sticky residue. If I did this with any other tape, you would see a line where it was from the dirt that's on my hands. You would see it on there because that's like nice and white. Look at that, there's nothing. Absolutely no residue at all. Amazing stuff. All right, well, I brought this inside now. This has dried overnight. It's the next day, and we'll see what this looks like. I'm gonna peel all this off. It's gonna take a while. There's a lot of little parts in here that are gonna be fun to peel. And hopefully, I'm hoping not much of the paint got under the masking. We'll see, because I did spray paint it pretty heavily, so we'll see what this looks like. Okay, off to the time lapse. Alright, well, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm really impressed. I thought for sure, like, these little teeny, look at these little teeny parts. I mean, that's like a little tiny strip. That came out great. There are some parts where the paint smudged. Well, I think it's mostly my fault. See, like right there, the little blue on the edge there. Over here, there's some there where the paint smudged. That was me, my scraping with my fingernail. I'd scrape again in the same spot, and I got some of the paint, I guess the thick paint that was on the stencil, and I scraped and it rubbed it on there again. I think a scrubby brush and a little bit of water or a little bit of soap or something will clear that up. But yeah, I think it came out fantastic. All right, guys, please, if you can, like and subscribe. That'd be awesome. If not, that's okay. I understand. Life goes on. All right, so have fun with your machine. Take care, people.